Hey everyone, starting on the interior of the Raptor for the first detailing of it. Well, it's not really cooperating outside, so I'm just going to start off with the interior since I have enough room to work in here. Obviously the truck's not very dirty, even though the dealer specifically did not dealer prep it as I requested. There was quite a bit of fuzz in the carpeting though, so that took a little bit of effort to get that up. And I just want to go over how I'm going to be protecting it and what materials I'm using. Obviously I have my vacuum just for vacuuming it up. This is my car only vacuum. I don't use it for anything dirty or disgusting. This is vehicles only. Use this for. It's nice and small, but it still has a good amount of power. And the nice long hose on it with some good attachments. And I'll show you what I use to help get some of the garbage out of the carpetings that the brushes really had a hard time scrubbing up. As far as being able to really see what I'm doing in here, I have this light. This is actually made by Milwaukee. This is designed for being used under hoods, but it also works very well. I've seen a lot of people use this as an interior detailing light because it's nice and big and bright. Has these nice soft rubber clamps on them. They don't scratch. They're real nice, thick, soft rubber, so safe to put on there, and they're spring-loaded, so it holds it tight without grabbing it too tight, and it really lights up the interior nicely so you can see what you're doing. Now, as far as what I did for the inside to get it clean and keep it protected, I have my detailing kit here. Obviously, I don't have to go crazy with it because I'm not have to go too invasive because it's not really dirty, other than a little bit of dust and a little bit of fuzz on the bottom. This brush is designed for animal hair, but it actually works really well for pulling up fuzz and lint and anything that kind of gets stuck in the carpets that's really a nuisance and difficult to pull out, and you end up pulling it out with your fingers. So this grabs the carpets pretty well and really sort of rakes through them without being too aggressive and really pulls all that garbage out. I'm also giving all the leather surfaces an initial wipe down with my Pristine Clean. Like I said, they weren't dirty, but there were some smudges and smears on them that just needed to come out. If you saw my Viper interior detailing video I did a few years ago, this stuff is really good, this leather-reek stuff. Those seats were dirty, so I had to use the rejuvenating oil and the Pristine Clean. But as far as just for cleaning and wiping stuff down, this stuff is excellent. It works extremely well. A lot of my family members will use this for some of their cars with light color interiors, and it really does a good job lifting any of the dirt or gunk or anything that's on the leather surfaces off. Now, as far as protecting it and sort of putting the finishing touches on, obviously this is Aerospace 303. This stuff really doesn't need much introduction. This is very well known in the detailing community. The main reason I'm using this is the ultraviolet light protection. This is one of the few interior wipe down protectants that has UV protection in it. This does give a little bit of a shine to it, which I prefer a little bit more of a matte interior finish. So once I'm done with this, and the interior is well protected, I'm going to top it off with this Cockpit Premium. Also, really doesn't need any introduction, extremely popular in the detailing community. This gives a more of a matte finish, so it doesn't really have that gloss. If you don't really want that kind of Armor All glossy look, this is great. It really helps keep the dust from building up. It keeps the interior cleaner much, much longer. And just to finish it off for the windows on the inside, this is made by the same company that makes Cockpit Premium, also very popular. This is an excellent glass cleaner. This is one of the best glass cleaners that I've ever used. And it's also very popular. It doesn't leave any streaks or garbage or anything on there that a lot of other glass cleaners do. So obviously not a lot of elbow grease needs to be done with this because the interior is already very clean, but I just want to give everything nice and protected and give it a nice finish and start off with a really good baseline of the truck before I really start driving it. So I'm going to get everything finished up, and I'll show you what it looks like when everything's done. All right, about hour and a half to 2 hours later, everything has been done, wiped down, cleaned. Didn't need a lot of scrubbing, but the products did an excellent job as they're all intended to. Everything is now protected with Aerospace 303 and has a nice matte finish because of that Cockpit Premium, and their glass cleaner as well does an excellent job, especially at removing any sort of little bit of glue residue or anything that's left. But everything now looks as it should. Has a nice, clean, original look to everything. Nothing's overly shiny. And it looks as a brand new truck should have had I had them prep it, but I prefer to just do everything myself, can keep everything nice and clean, and then not have to worry about anything happening to it. But overall, the truck looks really good, looks really clean. This light really helped out quite a bit to really be able to spot some of the problem areas and see what I needed to see, but the truck looks as it should. I'm very happy. This wasn't too bad to do this. The outside's probably gonna take a little bit more work and a little bit more time, but that'll come when the weather cooperates a little bit better. But so far, I'm very impressed. It looks really good, and I really like this this spec I picked with the Recaro interior with all the carbon, and it's a really sharp looking truck. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.